What if I told you that three ordinary-looking 2-pence coins from 1997, 1999, and 2005 could be hiding secrets worth far more than their face value? These coins are not just small change, they carry history, minting mysteries, and collector value that could surprise you. Stay with me as we uncover the rare details that make these three coins stand out in the world of numismatics. And cultural importance that reaches back through the centuries and echoes the evolution of the United Kingdom's coinage systems, monetary reforms, and royal symbolism. The 1999 2-pence coin is part of the British decimal coinage system, which was officially introduced on February 15, 1971, a change that revolutionized the British currency and marked the end of the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence. The decimal system was designed to simplify the understanding and use of British money, and the 2-pence coin played a vital role in that structure, representing 1/50th of a pound. Now, to understand the significance of the 1999 2-pence coin, we must step back into the early history of British coinage. The idea of a 2-penny piece can trace its roots to pre-decimal times, although there was no direct equivalent. Back then, coins like the tuppence and the halfpenny helped form the monetary units used in daily life for centuries. And with the decimalization process, the Royal Mint introduced new coins that matched the metric logic of base 10 counting. The 2-pence coin was first minted in 1971, and the reverse design chosen for it featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, an emblem consisting of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, and with a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, which is German for I serve. This symbol has deep royal significance and represents the investiture of the Prince of Wales, a title traditionally granted to the heir apparent of the British throne in heraldic and historical traditions. The use of this badge on the coin reflects the connection between the monarchy and the nation. The coin was originally struck in bronze and remained that way until 1992, when the Royal Mint changed its composition to copper-plated steel as a cost-saving measure due to the rising prices of base metals. So by the time the 1999 2-pence coins were minted, they were already made from the new composition. Although they retained the same diameter, weight, and general appearance, the difference can be detected with a magnet, since the copper-plated steel coins are magnetic, whereas the earlier bronze versions are not. Turning our attention to the obverse or head side of the coin, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is a defining feature of all British coins since her coronation, and the 1999 2-pence coin bears the third definitive portrait of the Queen, which was created by Raphael Maklouf and introduced in 1985. This image portrays the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown adorned with diamonds and worn during the state opening of Parliament. The portrait is designed to show the Queen as a dignified and enduring symbol of British sovereignty and was used on circulating coins until the introduction of a new effigy in 1998 by Ian Rank Broadley, although some 1999 2-pence coins still bore the Maklouf portrait due to transitional minting periods. Now let us examine the production details and mintage of the 1999 2-pence coin. According to Royal Mint records, this coin was produced in substantial quantities for general circulation, with hundreds of millions of pieces struck to meet the demands of commerce and everyday use. It is not considered a rare date in terms of mintage, but that does not mean it lacks value or interest, especially to collectors who seek coins in exceptional uncirculated condition or who focus on error coins, varieties, and minting anomalies. Indeed, one of the most fascinating aspects of coin collecting is the hunt for errors and varieties, and the 1999 2-pence coin has its share of intriguing cases. Collectors have reported examples, with off-center strikes, die cracks, planche flaws, and even coins struck on foreign planches or with misaligned dies. These anomalies, although relatively rare, can significantly increase the interest and value of a particular piece, especially if they are certified by a grading authority such as NGC or PCGS. In terms of cultural significance, the 2-pence coin is more than just pocket change in the United Kingdom. It is a symbol of stability, continuity, and tradition. It is used in countless transactions every day, yet its design ties back to centuries of heraldic tradition and royal lineage, and as such, even a common coin, like the 1999 2 pence, becomes a miniature ambassador of British identity and history. Collectors may also be interested in the packaging and presentation options offered by the Royal Mint in 1999. Some 2 pence coins were included in annual coin sets, proof sets, and collector editions. These coins were struck to a higher standard of quality using polished dies and specially prepared blanks, resulting in mirror-like finishes and sharper details, which are highly prized among numismatists. To understand the context of the 1999 issue, we should consider the economic and political climate of the United Kingdom. In that year, the late 1990s were a period of modernization and transition for Britain, with New Labour under Prime Minister Tony Blair leading a campaign of reform and modernization across public services. The economy was relatively strong, and the country was enjoying a wave of optimism sometimes referred to as cool Britannia. Although these broad national trends may seem distant from the minting of a 2 pence coin, they form the backdrop of the year in which it was made, and help us appreciate the coin not only as a physical object, but as a marker of its time. When we compare the 1999 2 pence coin to other years, we find that its design remained consistent with the established standard, although changes to the metal composition minting process and mintage numbers provide some subtle differences. It was not until 2008 that a major redesign was implemented across the entire suite of UK coinage, replacing the heraldic reverse designs with a new series designed by Matthew Dent, in which the coins together form the royal shield. So the 1999 coin represents one of the final years of the traditional reverse before this modern change. From a numismatic perspective, the 1999 2 pence coin serves as an essential piece for anyone building a complete collection of decimal UK coins or focusing on the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Its accessibility means that nearly anyone can begin collecting with coins like this, and its longevity and familiarity in the public consciousness make it a beloved item among collectors and the general public alike. Furthermore, when we consider the 2 pence coin in a global context, it becomes clear that few other countries maintain such a connection between tradition and currency. The use of royal symbolism, Latin mottos, and consistent portraits of monarchs make British coins particularly rich in iconography and meaning, and this is exemplified beautifully by the 1999 2 pence coin. As we move toward the present day, the 1999 2 pence coin takes on new meaning with the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022 coins. Bearing her image become historical artifacts, representing not only her reign, but an entire era of British life and governance. The 1999 coin is therefore more than a 26-year-old piece of currency. It is a window into the world as it was at the turn of the 21st century. Collectors may wish to preserve these coins in protective holders or albums to prevent damage and oxidation, as the copper plating on steel is prone to discoloration and corrosion over time, especially if exposed to moisture air or handling with bare hands. And for those who are serious about building a meaningful collection, the 1999 2 pence coin can be a foundational piece, one that ties into a broader narrative of British history, design art, and national identity. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist, a casual collector, or just someone interested in the stories behind everyday objects, I hope this deep dive into the 1999 2 pence coin has sparked your interest and shown you how even a small coin can carry an immense legacy, and as always, stay tuned for more historical explorations, coin reviews, and collector insights right here on my channel. Let us continue to explore and uncover the history of coins from around the world and celebrate the art and heritage they represent, because every coin tells a story, and every story deserves to be told. And cultural importance that stretch back through the centuries. To truly understand the 1997 2 pence coin, We must begin our journey in the early days of the British decimalization process, which officially began on February 15, 1971, prior to decimalization. British currency was based on a system of pounds, shillings, and pence which dated back to medieval times. This system had 20 shillings to the pound and 12 pence to the shilling, making a total of 240 pence to the pound. It was complex and increasingly impractical for modern commerce, which led to calls for reform and simplification in the mid-20th century. With the Decimal Currency Act passed in 1969, the United Kingdom moved toward a new monetary system based on 100 new pence to the pound, and as part of this transition, several new coins were introduced. Among them was the 2-pence coin. First issued in 1971, featuring the reverse design of the badge of the Prince of Wales with a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet above the German motto Ich dien, meaning I serve, designed by Christopher Ironside. This reverse design became one of the most recognizable and enduring elements in the entire decimal coin series. The obverse of the coin naturally featured a portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin, whose effigy was used on British coinage from 1968 to 1984. This portrait depicted the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara and was widely admired for its grace and simplicity over time. However, the Queen's portrait was updated to reflect her aging visage with later obverse designs by Raphael Makhlouf, Ian Rank Broadley, and Jody Clark, representing different eras of her reign. By the time we reached the year 1997, the 2-pence coin had already been in circulation for 26 years, but it continued to be an important and frequently used denomination in daily transactions. The coin minted in this year retained the familiar reverse design of the Prince of Wales feathers, along with the then-current obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Makhlouf, which had been introduced in 1985 and remained until 1997, marking 1997 as the final year. This portrait would appear on the 2-pence coin before being replaced by the Ian Rank Broadley design in 1998. The composition of the 1997 2-pence coin also reflects a transitional moment in British coinage, originally minted in bronze from 1971 to 1991. The 2-pence coin switched to a copper-plated steel composition starting in 1992 due to the rising cost of metals and the need for more cost-effective production. The 1997 issue therefore falls into the modern category of copper-plated steel coins, which have a strong magnetic property due to their steel core, a detail of interest to both casual collectors and those studying the material sciences involved in minting. In terms of minting volume, the 1997 2-pence coin was produced in large quantities, reflecting its everyday use and popularity as a small denomination coin. It was struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, which has been the primary minting facility for the United Kingdom since the early 1960s. The Royal Mint employs a combination of historical techniques and cutting-edge technology to produce billions of coins each year, and its role in shaping British numismatic history cannot be overstated. Moving beyond the year itself, the story of the 2-pence coin is also a reflection of the wider economic changes in the United Kingdom during the late 20th century throughout the 1990s. Britain was undergoing significant financial and political shifts, including debates over European integration, the future of the monarchy, and the evolving role of the Commonwealth coins, like the 1997 2-pence, serve as tangible everyday markers of these larger narratives, silently circulating through pockets and purses as symbols of national continuity and identity. Collectors often look at the 1997 issue as part of a broader decimal collection, and while it is not rare in the traditional sense, it does offer value to those pursuing year sets or seeking transitional pieces with specific design features. The presence of the Raphael Makhlouf portrait makes this a final year of a particular portrait era, adding additional historical context for collectors and educators alike. The feathered crest on the reverse has also sparked interest among heraldry enthusiasts and royal historians. The badge of the Prince of Wales has been used for centuries and has adorned countless items of currency, regalia, and insignia. Its inclusion on the 2 pence coin was both a nod to tradition and a representation of the monarchy's lasting cultural influence, even in something as common as a coin. We can also examine the broader cultural footprint of the 2 pence coin, including its role in arcade machines, vending units, parking meters, and other small transaction devices, especially during the pre-digital age in the UK. The 2p coin was essential for exact change and served a vital function in the functioning of everyday life for millions of Britons, making it not only a collector's item, but also an artifact of social history. As we explore more about this humble yet iconic coin, we uncover layers of design, symbolism, production, innovation, and societal impact that stretch far beyond its face value, from the artistic choices of engravers like Ironside and Makhlouf to the economic decisions of the Royal Mint and Parliament. The 1997 2 pence coin represents a microcosm of British culture and its evolution over time. In this video, we will continue to explore the coin's role in commerce, changes in its weight size, and alloy its presence in international circulation, how it compares to other denominations. Its function within coin sets its usage in education, coin hunting, and family collecting activities, and the many small details that make it a lasting part of UK numismatic heritage. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a casual enthusiast, a historian, or someone who just found a shiny 2p in their drawer and got curious, this video is designed to give you everything you ever wanted to know about the 1997 2 pence coin and the many stories it carries with it through time. The Prince of Wales badge itself was adopted from the 100 Years' War and was originally associated with battlefield heraldry. The motto, Ich Dien, was incorporated to demonstrate loyalty and service. It is rendered in German due to the influence of European dynasties, including the House of Hanover, from which modern British monarchs are descended over time. This symbol has come to represent not only the heir to the throne, but also continuity, tradition, and dedication to duty, all values the monarchy seeks to embody, and all captured in the small real estate of the 2p reverse design. This coin also plays a part in public psychology. Many people in the UK are sentimentally attached to the 2 pence coin due to its long presence in everyday life. It is commonly found in change jars, arcade machines, and even in games like tossing 2p coins to win prizes in traditional British seaside amusement arcades known as penny pushers. Its physical presence resonates beyond value and into memory, tradition, and even nostalgia, making it one of the most recognizable and culturally embedded denominations in the UK. Another aspect worth noting is the legal status of the 2 pence coin. Despite debates over eliminating low-value coins to save minting costs, the 2p remains legal tender up to the sum of 20 pence in any single transaction. This means a person cannot legally insist on paying a full amount entirely in 2p coins if the total exceeds this limit. However, the coin remains valid for use, and the Royal Mint has confirmed that it will continue to mint 2p coins as long as there is public demand for them. We must also consider international influence. Many countries in the Commonwealth and beyond look to the Royal Mint as a benchmark in coin design and production, and British coins, including the 1997 2 pence, have circulated globally either through travel commerce or as part of export coin contracts. The UK has long been involved in minting coins for other nations, and its designs often reflect a level of craftsmanship that earns admiration from international numismatic circles. In terms of artistic legacy, the 2 pence coin's consistency has inspired generations of designers, artists, and engravers to consider how symbolism and function coexist on such a small medium. The feathers, the coronet, the ribbon, the motto, and the balance of space and proportion all reflect a careful study of heraldry and symmetry, with designers required to work within tight constraints of dimension, relief, and durability. A coin must not only be beautiful, but also resistant to wear, easy to stack, and reliable in automated machines. As we continue this journey, you will see that coins like the 1997 2 pence are more than just currency. They are cultural touchstones, miniature monuments, and silent storytellers of a nation's identity. They connect art to economics, history to daily life, monarchy to common people, and tradition to modernity. They are minted for the pocket, but meant for the heart. Stay with us as we explore deeper into real collector stories, regional circulation anomalies, the role of 2 pence coins in error collections, market forecasts for the next decade, and how the 1997 issue fits into the grand timeline of British decimal currency. To understand the true value and significance of the 2005 2 pence coin, we must first look back at the origins of the decimalization of British currency, which took place in 1971. Before this change, Britain used a system based on pounds, shillings, and pence, with 12 pence to the shilling and 20 shillings to the pound. The transition to a decimal system simplified the currency and made it more accessible for trade and everyday transactions. As a result, new coins were introduced, including the 2 pence coin. The first 2 pence coins were minted in 1971 and made from bronze with a distinct reverse design featuring the badge of the Prince of Wales, which includes a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, and the motto, Ich dien, which means I serve in German. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, a talented artist and coin designer who played a major role in shaping the modern coinage of Britain. His work on the 2 pence coin became an iconic representation of the era. As we move forward to the year 2005, we find ourselves at a time when the Royal Mint had undergone significant technological advancements in coin production. The 2005 2 pence coin still used the original reverse design by Ironside, maintaining a sense of continuity and tradition. However, what makes the 2005 edition particularly interesting is its position in the timeline just before a major change in the composition of the coin itself. Originally, the 2 pence coins were made of bronze, a mixture of copper, tin, and zinc, but due to rising metal prices, the Royal Mint decided to switch to copper-plated steel in 1992, despite the switch. Older coins remained in circulation, which means that by 2005, you could still find both bronze and copper-plated steel coins in everyday use. The 2005 coin was made entirely of copper-plated steel, which gave it a slightly different weight and magnetic property compared to the earlier bronze coins. This change in metal also had implications for collectors and numismatists, who began to pay closer attention to the material composition of the coins they collected. Now let us explore the obverse of the coin, the side bearing the image of the reigning monarch in 2005. This was Queen Elizabeth II. Her portrait on the coin was created by Ian Rank Broadley and had been in use since 1998. Rank Broadley's design was notable for its realism and the sense of dignity it conveyed. It showed the Queen wearing the tiara of King George IV and was intended to reflect her maturity and grace as a long-serving monarch. This portrait remained in use until 2015 and is considered one of the more respected images of Her Majesty in British coinage. With both sides of the coin understood, we can now delve into the minting process itself. The Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, South Wales, had become a world leader in the production of high-quality currency using both traditional craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology to produce millions of coins each year. The process for minting a 2 pence coin involved blanking, annealing, upsetting, and striking the coin. Blanks were first punched from large sheets of copper-plated steel, then softened in an annealing furnace, before being washed and dried. Next, they passed through an upsetting mill, which raised the edges of the blanks to prepare them for striking. Finally, the blanks were fed into presses where dies struck the obverse and reverse designs into the metal at high pressure, creating the finished coin. It is important to note that while the 2 pence coin is often seen as a low-value piece of change, it holds a rich place in British culture and commerce for many people, especially collectors. The 2005 2 pence coin is part of a story that spans over 5 decades, reflecting changes in politics, economics, and technology. The coin represents more than its face value. It is a record of national identity and a tool of everyday life. Let us now examine the economic context of the mid-2000s in the United Kingdom. At this time, the economy was relatively strong with low unemployment and steady growth. However, concerns about inflation and the cost of raw materials, including copper, began to influence decisions at the Royal Mint and other mints around the world. By transitioning to cheaper materials like steel, the mint was able to reduce production costs without removing coins from circulation. This balance between economy and tradition is a recurring theme in coin history, and the 2005 2-pence coin is a perfect example of this strategy in action. Moving on to public perception, we find that the 2-pence coin holds a unique place in the hearts of the British people. While some see it as mere pocket change, others recall fond memories of childhood coin collections, games like penny pushers at arcades, and the simple joy of finding a shiny coin on the street. These associations make the coin more than just a monetary object. It becomes a part of personal and collective memory. In terms of collectability, the 2005 2-pence coin is not considered rare in the traditional sense, as millions were minted for general circulation. However, the condition of the coin, its luster, lack of wear, and overall presentation can greatly affect its desirability among collectors. Those found in uncirculated condition or included in official Royal Mint sets can fetch higher prices in numismatic markets, especially if accompanied by certification or documentation. Let us now turn our attention to potential errors and variants in the 2005 2-pence coin. While most coins were struck correctly, a small number may contain minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double images. These anomalies occur infrequently, but are highly prized by collectors due to their uniqueness. Such error coins often attract considerable interest in auctions and among specialists who track and document every known variation. As we near the midpoint of our exploration, we can reflect on the significance of this modest coin. Its value may be small in monetary terms, but its story is vast, intricate, and deeply connected to the evolution of modern Britain, from the design legacy of Christopher Ironside to the economic challenges faced by the Royal Mint to the quiet role this coin plays in daily commerce and memory. The 2005 2-pence coin stands as a symbol of continuity and change. In the second half of this documentary, we will take a closer look at how coins like the 2-pence are handled by collectors, what grading standards apply, how market trends evolve, and what makes one year more desirable than another. We will also examine the influence of public campaigns, such as the Save Our Coppers movement, and what the future might hold for the smallest denominations of British currency. Stay tuned as we continue this deep dive into the world of the 2-pence coin and uncover even more layers of history, artistry, and value that lie beneath its copper-plated surface. The story of the 2-pence coin also intersects with efforts to educate the public about currency literacy schools. Across the UK use coins to teach children about money values, arithmetic, and budgeting, and the 2-pence coin with its round shape, bold number, and copper color is often one of the first coins children learn to identify. This educational role is another reason why the coin has remained relevant long after other low-value denominations in other countries were removed from circulation. Returning to the year 2005, we can place this coin within the broader context of British coinage history. At this time, the nation was still using the traditional pre-2008 reverse designs, which would soon be replaced by the Royal Shield series introduced in 2008, that redesign dramatically altered the visual identity of British coins, unifying them under a single thematic concept of a segmented shield spread across multiple denominations. The 2005 2-pence coin therefore marks one of the final years of the original design, and for that reason, it holds historical interest as part of the final chapter of a classic British aesthetic. Additionally, the coin carries with it the image of Queen Elizabeth II in a period of mature stability she had celebrated her Golden Jubilee just 3 years earlier and was widely respected both at home and internationally. The Ian Rank Broadley portrait reflects that regal poise and was part of nearly every coin minted in the UK. During that time, it stands in contrast to earlier portraits from her youth, and the later portrait introduced by Jody Clark in 2015. This progression of portraits allows us to track not only the passing of time, but also the evolving image of monarchy in Britain. In more recent years, the conversation around coinage has included sustainability, accessibility, and cost efficiency. Modern mints are constantly researching ways to produce currency that is secure, easy to identify, and affordable for taxpayers. The 2-pence coin has survived these discussions due to its continued use in commerce, especially in pricing strategies where prices often end in 99 pence, keeping low-denomination coins in daily circulation relevant and useful. From a design standpoint, the 2-pence coin has also been praised for its simplicity and legibility. The clear number, the elegant script of the words 2 pence, and the historical badge on the reverse create a balanced and dignified appearance. Unlike the overly complex or stylized coins seen in other countries, the 2-pence coin remains clear, accessible, and functional in its design, appealing both to the public and to professional designers as a model of successful coinage design. As we begin to bring our documentary to a close, it is worth reflecting on what the 2005 2-pence coin represents. It is a reminder of a specific moment in time, a bridge between old and new traditions, a product of both craftsmanship and mass production, and a piece of metal that carries far more meaning than its small face value would suggest. For some, it may simply be change in a pocket, but for others, it is a historical artifact, a collector's item, a teaching tool, or a piece of their personal story. Coins like the 2-pence carry the legacy of a nation and the story of its people, their values, their monarchy, their economy, and their daily lives, from the metal it's made of to the image it bears. The 2005 2-pence coin offers a deep and fascinating insight into the United Kingdom of the early 21st century, and it is our privilege to tell its story in full